As their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
What? 380. 58, come on. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
He'll find Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Rosen. And this one caught by Max Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain there of 21 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 16-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Hey! 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He may try and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Rosen. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, quarters. Smooth.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And now it's Rosen looking. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
First down, Arizona.
Let's go, deep.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rosen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Mike, 80. Mike, 80. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Bell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Let's go.
2nd down and goal. Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check pass. Hey, box drop.
Here's Rosen to throw. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw is Wilson. Jones has it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. He'll run it, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Penny. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
You better. Took right. 14. Oh, yeah.
On 3rd down, Wilson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals! Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a...
Julio Jones all alone. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point up and through by Myers. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
53, check 53. Let's go. You got to step it up. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Third and long here for Rosen. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. When we talk a lot about pregame speeches, what are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back.
And he's into the clear. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
54
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Aguilar has it. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Bell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They hand off to their big tight end. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. On the Seahawks 35-yard line.
54. Hey, defense, let's go.
Rosen now off the bootleg. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rosen. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
58, come on. What we got?
This thrown quickly out to Jones. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Alert 3.
14, front it.
Operating from the gun. Wilson caught by Jones. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short.
That's 4th down.
Check 31. Set it.
They'll run for it with Pumphrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Seahawks 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
He'll find Metcalf. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Gotta go, in now.
Brings up second and 2.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Cardinals 21.
Ready? 60 yards. 58 to Mike. Come to wild work. Go.
They run with Pumphrey. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great start to the second quarter. Better than 30 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Open man is born. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready? 80 weapon.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They're not ready for this. They still...
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result. If I'm going to go in there and take contact.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Middle.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Rosen. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Check.
A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
It's a loss of a yard. 10 logo. 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Ready? And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rosen in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the turnaround hasn't materialized.